Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. So lovely to have you with us. Thank you for joining us. Binnie and myself are joining you today because we're the Mythbusters. God, I can't say that too quickly. Mythbusters. What we're here to do today is just smash out those myths that people have about Arbonne's 30 Days to Healthy Living program. So what I wanted to do was start with number one myth that we hear quite a lot is, I don't have enough time to do that program. And I'll invite you, Binnie, to hit this one.
Thanks, Annie. Look, for me, I started in an extremely hectic time of my life. I run a hospitality business. I have 2 small children, and life was really full on. And I was finding that I was struggling to get through my to-do list, struggling through my day. My cup was empty, and I knew that I had to do something. So by doing the 30-day reset, I quickly realized that as my health started to improve, I actually had more energy to do those things I needed to do. And I was ticking off my list, my daily list that we all have, with actually a lot more enjoyment. So I wasn't dragging my feet around, and I wasn't relying on my quick hits to get me through my day.
That's a big one.
So Annie, I'm going to throw back to you with another common myth that we hear, that the program is too expensive.
That's a good one. I love too expensive because I always think, that's an interesting one, because where do you spend your money? So, and that's no judgment on that, guys. But if you think in your day-to-day existence, cup of coffee, the cost of 1 cup of coffee adds up over a week to about $20. The cost of alcohol, if you're drinking alcohol, the cost of takeaway, all those things you save money on when you're not doing the 30-day program. Okay. Also, in the 30 days pack, you also get 2 meals. The food, the basis for 2 meals a day. That's 2 meals a day. So it actually ends up incredibly saving an awful lot of money. But also you use leftovers. So often, I don't know about you, Binnie, but I'd been, whatever I had that night, there was always enough left over for either myself, my husband, or my daughter. One of us would take the leftovers next day. So you're getting the extra. Did you have that as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. So I guess that's, and then the last one I noticed on the saving money, there wasn't those quick buy purchases because I'd meal prepped. So I knew what I was going to buy at the supermarket. We had our shopping list that, Arbonne gives us in the 30 days group. And I was meal prepping. So I wasn't picking up those packet of biscuits, bag of chips sort of stuff at the supermarket. Yeah. So we'll go on to another myth that we talked about, is too complicated. Binnie, what do you think of this one?
For sure. Look, I was really scared. I was thinking, how am I going to do this? How am I going to fit it in? And you do have that sense of overwhelm initially. But then when you start to read through the information that is all given to you for free, I realized that I had meal plans literally ready. I didn't have to think. There was an associated shopping list, and there was recipes galore. So you weren't just stuck in one specific day. You got to choose what fit in with you and your family. I also found that there was a cheer squad surrounding me. Not only was there other people doing the 30-day program with me that were in exactly the same situation, there were other people, other consultants also in the group that had done the program supporting us as well. So I loved the Facebook group and the messenger chat where you can ask questions. They give you information in small little chunks each day as well, so that you don't have to read this giant book of information just before you can actually make any changes, because who's got time for that? And from the food side of things, the smoothies themselves, oh my gosh, they just, once you actually nail the recipe, which is just as simple as your protein flavor, you add some beautiful healthy fats, you add some greens of your choice, and if you run out of greens, you can add the greens balance that I happen to have here. And then you've got water or your choice of non-dairy milk. So your smoothie, once you've got that recipe, you just duplicate it, and it simplifies your day, and it actually saves time. So for me, it actually, as I said, simplified. I didn't find it hard whatsoever. Yeah.
Sorry, the door's about to slam. I'm just going to hold the door while we go. The wind just blew.
So, Annie, one thing I guess that can be confusing for some people is that there's some smoothies on the market that are a fad diet. Is this one of those fads?
Yeah, that's a common myth, and that was something I believed. I have never been into smoothies and any of that. I'm a real whole foods person. I want to put my teeth into a piece of toast or a whatever. But here's the thing, if I grabbed a piece of toast for breakfast, I was hungry very soon after. It didn't fill me up. It wasn't giving me enough nutrition, that's for sure. If I even had a bowl of porridge, rolled oats, great, but I didn't add anything to it. So there really wasn't enough in there to sustain me in my day. So I was often, let's say, had breakfast at 7 and by 9 o'clock, I was hungry again, or was getting that crash of energy levels. So the thing with because we're adding, as well as the protein shake as the base, we're, like you just talked about, we're adding whole foods to the smoothie. So the smoothie is actually the most nutritionally dense meal of your day. And if you're having it for breakfast and you're having it for lunch as well, that's a choice, guys, as well. So don't panic. You can just have it for breakfast, or you can have it for lunch, or you can have it for both, or you can have it for dinner and just have one meal. But whatever you do, it's flexible. So there's no need to panic. But it's certainly absolutely not a diet, and it's not a fad diet. And smoothies are definitely here to stay for the future of civilization, if you will, because it hits our easy, fast lifestyle when we just need to grab something that is good for us.
Absolutely.
So another myth, and this is a great one, we're on the final myth, and this is one of the biggest hurdles for people. Oh my goodness, here it is. Let me just say it. I can't give up coffee or wine. Take it away. That was me.
That was me. Oh gosh, every afternoon, you've got small kids, you've got a busy day. I looked forward to my wine in the afternoon, and I was like, what? I can't have my wine. And, I'm a chocoholic. I love my chocolate. It's if I feel stressed, I'd go to it. And I actually knew I needed to break that habit, but I just didn't know how. And I was actually really surprised that, yes, the first few days of the 30 days, my body was detoxing. And there were times where I was like, what am I doing? But by day 4, I actually started to feel better, and my cravings reduced because I was fueling my body with the right ingredients that it was after. So those cravings really did drop off. The other thing I was going to say is the ginseng fizz sticks, which I happen to be sipping on at the moment.
Me too.
They actually offer a beautiful naturally derived caffeine from green tea. It's also got B vitamins in it. So I didn't feel like I needed anything other than that. And I'd much prefer to be having something that's nutritious and giving me a pep than something that's going to spike my energy and then I'm going to crash again. So that I honestly didn't feel like I needed my my previous clutches of chocolate, wine, and coffee. So yeah, I'm now addicted to these fizz, so can't live without them.
It's a good thing. And I just wanted to ask you briefly, you did have a comment before we started recording, and you talked about the saying about when people say I can't afford something, when you were talking about, how can you just
it
touch
really
upon that?
hit home. Someone said to me just last week that it's, if you're feeling like something is too expensive, then they said to me, are you saying to yourself, my health is not worth that cost? My skin is not worth that cost. And when you put it that way, you go, whoa, yes, I'm a busy mum and I've got all these things to do, but I've actually got to look after my health so that I can continue to look after other people and do everything I need to do. And that's priceless.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And thank you, Binnie, because this is all we wanted to do today, was really share. We're going to share this out to our teams and to our people, but this is the most important thing today is, and I wanted to finish because this beautiful fella, Eddie Jacku, he actually passed away a few days ago, and it's called The Happiest Man on Earth if you've never read it. He's a magnificent man, but there's a quote in here that is absolutely key, and it's so, so true. And it's basically, if you have good health, then you're a millionaire. And if you think about that, that's exactly it. There is no value too high you can put on your health. It is worth it. And to spend the time and the money, and like we say, not enough, it's not that much time and it's not that much money. But if you put that effort and make that intention, you're not doing this by yourself, you're doing this with us, you're doing this with the entire, community that we've created. And it is the most significant step you may possibly take for your health. So we'll leave you with that. We'd love to invite you all to join us. We have another 30 days, another 10 days around the corner. And of course, we're completely flexible. If people want to just jump in, they speak to your consultant and we can put you into the group and you'll take advantage of everything we have to offer, which is a heck of a lot. So thanks, my lovely Bin.
Thanks, Annie. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, guys, and we look forward to seeing you in our 30 days or 10 days group,
yes.
or the smoothie challenge as well. Okay, speak soon. Bye.